After, let's try that again. After a full day of hunting, we have it, chat. We have the Nintendo Switch 2 with all of the accessories and a couple of games because, well, there aren't that many. Here it is. The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. And just like the Nintendo Switch 1, I'm so excited to showcase this. We're gonna be unboxing every single accessory that I picked up, including the games. We're gonna do a little taste test of the cartridges, of course, as well. So subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let's get right into it. All right, so I actually pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch 2 from Walmart. It got here at 6 a.m. It didn't come in a regular brown box, but it did come with some Pringles and a Coke. Crazy, very cool promo. The love is felt, but it's a little weird that the Nintendo Switch 2, a $500 console, did not come in a brown box. It was just, I'll put up the photo. It was just left on my doorstep with absolutely, just like this, crazy, 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 crazy. I don't know, Walmart, why you would do that. Anyways, so here it is, the Nintendo Switch 2. I've been waiting so long to open this. I've actually been hunting for accessories all day because I pre-ordered them. They're not getting here until the 11th. So here it is, my own first personal IRL look at the Nintendo Switch 2. Crazy how the unboxing experience does not feel that different, but this screen off the bat looks pretty big. Let's start with the Joy-Cons here. Oh my God, these are so beautiful. I absolutely love the blue here. And the blue underneath the analog stick, so crazy. And it's got a bit of like a matte coating, which is very interesting that I just haven't noticed or felt in the initial videos that they've showcased, but it feels really good in hand. Here I have a Zelda Joy-Con, and yeah, it is considerably larger and it feels much better to hold. Definitely an upgrade when it comes to that. Obviously, we'd have to test it a little bit further. Right Joy-Con here. Yeah, the colors pop, colors are gorgeous. And I think when you're playing like this, like, you know, you're splitting the Joy-Cons to play two-player, it feels good. It's big enough, I think. And yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely cool. Let's hop into the screen here for a second. Actually, let's hop into the inside. So top booklet manual. Here you have the HDMI cable, ultra certified HDMI cable. We have the Joy-Con, I guess these are the Joy-Con, oh no, these are the Joy-Con slides. You put this on your Joy-Con, you slide around like it is a mouse, you know, you put it around your wrist here, and yeah, there you have it. Now with every generation, you gotta have a gimmick, right? And I feel for this generation, we were blessed with two Nintendo gimmicks. One of them is obviously the Nintendo Switch camera, and the other one is the mouse slide. Let's check out the power bank, the new power bank of the Nintendo Switch 2. It's actually a whole separate block here. It's actually a whole separate block. So you no longer have one single cable. You know, if your cable dies out, you just need to buy a new cable instead of buying a whole block in a cable. Hopefully that makes things a little cheaper. Next, we have the Joy-Con grips. And oh yeah, since these just slide in, ooh, that magnet is actually crazy. It like literally ripped the Joy-Con out of my hand into the little, that's satisfying. That is, how do you remove it? Oh, ooh. You gotta give it a Nintendo. They're making something that is so satisfying to the touch. The way you snap them off, I swear, you don't even know how satisfying it is for your brain. Not just the sound, but the actual mechanism of how it removes. Oh, it's clean. You press the little button, you get a nice little click to it. And the way it snaps from the top and it pulls like, it's yeah. I know you guys are probably thinking like, why is he making such a big deal out of the mechanism of just removing the Joy-Cons? But it's satisfying. And if you've used Nintendo products, you know they really focus on those little satisfying feelings. And they've nailed it on that. Holy. And lastly, we have the brand new dock. Obviously, it's all black. It's matted. Little smooth surface inside. Honestly, it's not that different from the original one. Let's see the back side here. Okay, so it's just plastic. It's nothing crazy. It's basically the same thing as your older one, just with the new housing. You have the AC adapter, HDMI out, and you have a LAN port as well. Yeah, it's clean though. It looks really, really clean. This Nintendo Switch is gonna be in my setup here. Here it is. First look at the screen. It's already got some dust on it, which is actually kind of insane. And it feels a little heavier than the older Switch. Here's the backside. Switch 2. Slide these Joy-Cons. Not slide. We're not sliding anymore, guys. We're just magnetizing. Let's see how strong this feels. Yeah, that's, wow. You get such a interesting force when you're like pulling it off. It feels good, man. I think once you guys get your own Switch in hand, if you don't already have it, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. And this is big, man. You know, you watch the videos and clearly you see the comparisons and it looks bigger, but once you have it in hand, that's when you really feel how big it is. Of course, you have the little kickstand right here on the back. You have your micro SD card. You have the USB cable input in the bottom and as well as the top here. You have two big old speakers right here, Rich. Fantastic to see. Your game card slot, it pulls out. Oh, that's different. That's different. It feels good the way it slides out. That feels good. You have your other USB-C input right here at the top. You have a headphone jack as well, volume, and then you have your power button as well. And just, oh my, I'm absolutely in love. This is such a gorgeous device. I can't wait for more accessories to come out. But anyways, let's turn this thing on. I just pressed it once and it's on. Here we go. Yes. I gotta say, just off the bat, these speakers are pretty good. These speakers are really good. Let me set up real quick. English, US. I am in the Americas, so let's hit the Americas. We're gonna agree to this user end agreement, which is basically, I don't know, maybe you don't own your console or games or anything. All right, so the update done. Now my Switch is restarting. There is so much dust on my Switch and I love the matte coating. I really am loving the matte coating here. I feel like it's not very scratch proof, so just be careful with it. I feel like if you drop this thing, it's gonna get beat up pretty fast, but I love the shade of black that they use as well. It looks very, it looks like a professional tech product. It's such a nice product. And the fact that it's all black and the only highlights of colors are underneath the analog sticks, I think makes it feel a bit more of like an adult, you know, system. Obviously, like I mean, look at my setup, bro, right? It's all colorful, it's all, you know, crazy. This doesn't feel like a kid's system. It feels like a grown-up's system, if that makes any sense. All right, so the system transfer is complete. I'm gonna hit OK. Theme color from the source system will be carried over, so it's probably gonna go black. It's black. Setup complete. Tap the home button to go to the home menu. So we're gonna hit menu, boom. That's such a cool intro. All right, first things off the bat, it's downloading all the things that I have saved on my old Switch. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used my Switch in a while. This is the first time using it in a while, but here at the bottom, you have your Nintendo Switch Online, you have Game Chat, News, Nintendo eShop, your album, Game Share, controllers, virtual game carts. That's disgusting, whatever that means. System settings and your sleep mode. So I wanna look at my system settings, go to screen brightness. It's on auto brightness. I'm gonna turn that off and I'm gonna blast the brightness. This is not an OLED display, so you don't have to, you know, worry about the OLED burning issues. Two themes, Nintendo, on a brand new $500 system. Okay, whatever. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and download, actually, the first thing I have to download is GameCube. So, okay, we'll just use touch. It's such a wide console. Oh my God. GameCube. It's like raining out there. Just crazy. Nintendo GameCube. Guys, I didn't buy this. I didn't buy this to play new games. I bought this to play old games, okay? I'm playing Wind Waker, baby, okay? We're back. We're so back. I personally don't buy digital games, don't really care for them, but there are some digital games that I want to test out, such as Apex, Fortnite, and some other ones I've downloaded in the past. And it does this thing where it downloads it, it takes you back all the way home. It's like, can you leave me on the same screen I was just in? Because there are multiple games I like to download at once. So that's some Nintendo stuff right there, where they make everything so much more difficult than it needs to be. It's noticeable. The difference is noticeable. I mean, the LCD looks good, but the colors, I feel like there's more punch in the colors on your OLED device than your LCD Switch. And something else I'm noticing, the hues are a little bit different. So on the OLED Switch, the hues are a little bit less cool. They're a little warmer with a little shade of green. As in comparison to the LCD one, it looks a little bit more cool. So a little bit more blue. And off the bat, that's what I noticed. Now, does it look better? I mean, the screen is considerably bigger. That's something I was kind of like hoping it would be bigger, but let's test it actually. Because it does have the bezels, and I think the bezels just make it look bigger. Obviously on paper it is bigger and it feels bigger, but it's not by much. Really, it's not by much. You know, I kind of wish they would have removed the bezels. I feel like the bezels are just so big, you know, and it would have really elevated the system if it had no bezels or just minimal bezels in general, because here on the sides, much wider. Clearly, it's because of the Joy-Cons that they have bezels there. All right, so that wraps up part 1 of the launch video of the Nintendo Switch. That's my first impression on pretty much the console itself. We're gonna deep dive into the accessories next, into some of the games, and the first impressions on those things as well. Now, this is not a full review or anything like that. It's just first impressions. I mean, it just came out. I just got my hands on it. So I will be testing it the entire week. We're gonna do a review after a week, a month, 6 months, and a year. So if you like Nintendo stuff, gaming, tech content, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, and the next accessory video will be coming out tomorrow. So every single day, a new video. Tap in, show some love, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.